Jenna, I finally watched all the John Wick movies like you told me to.
You watched all of them?
What are you talking about? You told me to go watch them all. You said you have to see the John Wick movies.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Okay, we are back and let's get into this episode. You guys, we start with Kevin arriving a little late to work, and he says he almost died because his tire blew out. Michael doesn't care. He doesn't care. He just keeps saying, why is today a special day? And Jenna, when he said pop quiz, all I could think about was Keanu Reeves.
Why?
Because of Speed.
Oh, yeah.
Pop quiz, asshole. You have a hair trigger aimed at your head. What do you do? What do you do?
When's the last time you watched this movie?
3 days ago.
Well, I see now why you made the connection.
All right, so now Toby and Daryl and Michael are in the car. This is a hilarious pairing.
I love this odd grouping of people. This is one of my favorite things. This feels very Mike Schur to me as well. He loved to team up odd characters. Angela, I have to say, they bring up the movie Rush Hour in the car, right? And this made me think of the movie Speed. Stay with me here. Do you remember a few podcasts back, you were like, line for line quoting Speed, and I was like, when is the last time you watched Speed? And you were like, 3 days ago.
Pop quiz, asshole.
There it is. Well, I got that in my head, and I was like, maybe I should watch Speed.
Did you watch Speed?
Angela, it is so good. Everybody watch Speed, okay? Keanu Reeves, Sandra Bullock, Jeff Daniels.
I mean, you guys, this movie has everything. It's action, romance, friendship. I mean, and it's peak Keanu Reeves hotness.
It is peak Keanu Reeves hotness. Well, Angela, I'll tell you what, I enjoyed Speed so much that then I watched Point Break.
Oh, wait. Surf's Up, bruh.
Yes.
Johnny Utah. Are you kidding me?
Utah. Let me tell you this. You thought that Speed was peak Keanu Reeves hotness, but in Point Break, he starts in the rain and he ends in the rain. Okay. It's a beautiful, Catherine Bigelow directed it. Yeah. Again, there is in the movie Point Break, there is a at least 5 minute foot chase through people's backyards and houses and
jumping over fences.
When do you see that anymore in movies? I absolutely love both these movies. So I have decided that to get me through the rest of 2020, I will become a Keanu Reeves film aficionado. And I think I'm going to start next on the John Wick movies, which I've never seen.
Well, Josh has seen the John Wick movies. He told me they might be too violent for me, but I love Keanu Reeves. You know, I love him.
Yeah.
And I have seen pretty much all of his movies, but maybe I'll watch John Wick with you.
Let's watch John Wick and we'll get back to each other. We're going to have to go into some Bill and Ted's. You know, the new one just came out. And
my friend Aaron Hayes got to kiss Keanu Reeves.
Well, you're going to need to get some information on that and bring that to the podcast.
Aaron was in Hot Wives of Vegas with me on Hulu.
When did she kiss Keanu Reeves?
In Bill and Ted's second one.
Oh.
What about A Walk in the Clouds? What about that one?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we have a lot to do.
Don't get me started on The Matrix, one of my favorite movies ever.
Well, I don't need to rewatch those because I've seen them so many times, but I will because I want to.
There is no spoon.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. I had no idea you went down that.
It's what I'm doing now.
Rabbit hole. Oh my God, they play football on the beach. Are you kidding me? Jenna, I finally watched all the John Wick movies like you told me to.
You watched all of them?
What are you talking about? You told me to go watch them all. You said you have to see the John Wick movies.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I said watch Keanu Reeves movies. Like,
no, you told me.
Like Speed and the Matrix.
Hold up, lady. You told me to watch the John Wick movie. You said Sam.
No,
Sam.
Guys.
For taking this to court, you did very excitedly. This has come up multiple times.
You told me to watch John Wick.
How good the movies are, how attractive he is in the movies.
Lady, how many are there?
There are 3. I've seen all 3 and a 4th one's coming out. I did a marathon of them.
Okay, here's the thing. I spoke passionately about my love of Keanu Reeves movies, how they were getting me through the pandemic. I watched the first half of the first John Wick movie, but we couldn't finish it all in one night. Now, listen, I loved it.
Look at my face right now.
I loved the coins. I loved how he had his coffee cups on a little towel next to his coffee machine. And Lee and I started doing that because we were inspired by what we saw in the John Wick movie, but we didn't finish it. Because, we rented it and then the rental ran out.
Shut the front door. You gave me this whole call to action, which, by the way, now that I know you haven't even finished the first one, now it makes sense to me why you went on and on about that towel by his coffee mug, because you never see that again. That's like 5 seconds, and then it's nothing but ass kicking for 3 movies.
Listen,
there's no more coffee mug. His whole house burns down. They blow his fucking house up. So now it makes sense to me. And I watched it with Josh. I was like, Josh, we have to watch John Wick. Jenna said we have to watch it. And then I'm looking for the coffee pot. And I'm like, why is she talking so much about this coffee pot? Now it makes sense. You've only seen like 20 minutes of the movie.
I saw the whole first half. Here's where I ended. He's been really injured after a big fight at that weird club where all the assassins.
Yes, he constantly goes to a rave. A gazillion assassins always are at a rave.
Yes, and he gets really wounded, and then that doctor, shoots him up with adrenaline, and he should definitely be resting, and he's about to go out and do more ass-kicking, and I was tired, and I was worried for him. I told you I don't like it when people who have injuries continue to injure themselves. I needed a break.
Well, then you might as well not watch the rest, because he literally gets stitched up and then people punch him in his stitches.
No!
And also, he is running. He is limping through Rome or somewhere.
Rome? How does he get to Rome?
Second movie. And I literally turned to Josh and I said, you know what I can't handle right now is if he gets hit by another car. And literally 3 seconds after I said that, a car runs over him and sends him flying in the air. Sorry, that was a really long tangent for us guys, but mouth agape? I am now the John Wick expert? How the hell did that happen?
Well, I feel like I should watch them.
Well, I think you should. Well, Jenna, it was also during the negotiation that we discussed our love of Keanu Reeves movies.
Mm-hmm.
And last week we found out that you have not been watching John Wick.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I guess there are a few Keanu Reeves / The Office crossover connections.
What?
Jenna, we are 6 degrees separation of Keanu Reeves. We almost know him.
What?
Ready?
Wait, I could blow your mind right now.
What? Have you met him? Jenna Fischer, have you met Keanu Reeves?
No, but I was at a birthday party with him for a mutual friend. But I never got up the courage to cross the room and introduce myself. And this happened recently, before coronavirus.
I have no words.
Did I forget to tell you that?
What is wrong with you? How could you forget to tell me this? We have talked for 6 months about Keanu Reeves.
I know. And it's really weird because when you told me I had a Keanu Reeves Office connection, I got really excited because I think I'd forgotten that I had actually been in the same room with him once.
Well, I have one Keanu Reeves story. I guess I haven't shared it with you. I don't know why we don't share with each other about our Keanu Reeves stories.
What's happened to us?
We used to be best friends. What's going on? In my early 20s, I was performing improv at IO West in Hollywood, and I was at a red light crossing the street to go to the theater with Wyatt Cenac. Some of you guys might know Wyatt. He is very funny, talented comedian, performer. And we were standing on the street corner, and a SUV pulled up, and in the passenger seat was Keanu Reeves. And I was prime Kinsey twinnies, tank top, little shorts.
Uh-huh.
Right? And Wyatt Snack goes, oh my God, it's Keanu Reeves. And I was like, huh? And he goes, he just checked you out. Kinsey, he just checked you out. I was like, no, Wyatt, if you are making this up, you better not be messing with me. And then the car pulled away. But he was like, no, Ange, Keanu Reeves looked you up and down. I was like, no! I don't know if this is true.
No, you make that true. You make that true. That's true.
It's now part of my personal history.
It's your personal history, and you can hold that forever.
Wyatt, thank you.
All right. Well, what are the Keanu Reeves office connections?
Oh, yes.
Because I want to know.
Here are our crossover connections. Allie Lincoln said, I have a correction. Speed is fantastic, but peak Keanu Reeves' hotness includes David Denman in The Replacements. If you don't get the chills when David as Brian scores a touchdown, you're broken.
Wait, so David Denman knows Keanu Reeves.
Why didn't we talk to David about Keanu Reeves?
Why haven't we been exploiting this relationship?
Exactly. Okay. And a great catch by Drew Knox. They say the movie Speed features the amazing Beth Grant, who later appears in a couple of episodes with you all, most notably in The Dinner Party as Dwight's date / ex-babysitter, Melvina.
Yes. Yes.
Applause. That is fantastic.
She is the woman who's very, very nervous about getting off the bus and walking across the little plank.
Yes.
To the other speeding vehicle with the police.
Oh my gosh. God, that is just really good Keanu office crossover.